Released on November 18, 2012, the Wii U was set to be the next big console from the creators of the wildly successful Wii, which released almost 6 years prior. With that console selling more than 100 million units, Nintendo believed they couldn't go wrong with its successor, the Wii U. Join me today as we look back on the Wii U almost 7 years later, and we talk about the promise of the system, its games, its failings, and its ultimate downfall. Near the end of the Wii's life, it had become Nintendo's most successful home console yet, selling just over 101 million units. When the time came to release their next big console, they announced the Wii U at an investors conference, and it was later confirmed the console would feature a controller with a 6-inch touchscreen and camera. They officially unveiled the system at E3 2011, where they said the Wii U would be
"It's a system we will all enjoy together, but also one that's tailor-made for you."
Roughly 2 days after the event, Nintendo's stock dropped by nearly 10%. Many investors thought the gamepad with its touchscreen would be too expensive compared to something like a standard Wiimote. The Wii U was slated to release in the United States on November 18, 2012 with the basic and deluxe models. The basic bundle came in white and had 8 GB of internal storage for $299.99. The deluxe model came in black and had 32 GB of storage for $349.99. The basic set was eventually discontinued, and the deluxe set had its price slashed by $50 due to poor sales figures. While it's cool to have 2 different colors of the systems, 8 GB just isn't enough to do anything. Most updates you have to do before you play a game wouldn't fit on there. You could use an external storage device to add space, but once the deluxe model received a price cut, there was just no reason to get a basic set. After that one price cut though, the Wii U had no discount for the rest of its life. I think this is one of the reasons it ended up failing so hard. By the time there were enough games to justify the $300 price tag, Nintendo announced its next console, the Switch, so there'd be no point in paying full price for a console that wouldn't be supported after the next year. In my opinion, the ultimate reason the console failed was Nintendo's marketing for the system. They didn't make it clear enough that no, this wasn't just some add-on for the Wii, this was an entirely different system, and you really couldn't tell from the name. It's not surprising that the average person would think it's just some accessory with a screen, and Nintendo should have realized that. That and the commercials were god-awful. Does anyone else remember these? I'd see these and it would actively make me not want a Wii U. It just screams corporate trying to market to kids.
Woshi! It's a double Yoshi explosion!
Here's why we need Wii U.
We're losing family time.
Losing isn't fun. Is it?
Corkscrew rainbows, whirlpool rainbows, and crashing into things rainbows.
I love you, you're my brother, but I don't know if you're ready.
It's his time. Were you ready when I took your favorite princess away from you? No, and
I actually didn't make it into the track team that day, so I was kind of upset. That was just a personal thing.
You didn't make the track. I mean, I made the track team. It's a no-cut thing.
There is a cut.
I gotta get one.
Staircase rainbows, blocking rainbows, ladder rainbows, catch me I'm falling rainbows, collect everything in sight rainbows.
You want a Wii U this holiday? We'll watch and learn. Here's Mom. We already have a Wii, Sweetiekins. Here's you. Wii U is a total upgrade, Mother. Did you get younger?
See you, Gina.
Bye, Jack.
Wait, why do you say bye to just you? Oh, that could be a nice relation. Don't say that, dude. That's not funny.
Yeah. And it comes with 2 free games. Hot buttered popcorn, that's a deal.
If I win, it's breakfast in bed for a week. Prepare to be embarrassed.
Hey, Dad.
I heard that. Don't hit me. Wow, that was a cheap shot. Okay. Nope. Double or nothing.
Mario and Peach together. Me and Gina together.
Time to upgrade to Wii U.
With Wii U, we can play Super Mario 3D World.
Find secrets with the Wii U gamepad.
And did we mention togetherness?
Just check out the simulation.
Whoa.
I look good.
Look at that.
Yeah, I look like I've been upgraded.
Yes!
Come on. Hey, little Bromeo. You're no match for my Samus.
And, my Kirby. And Marth, if you're up to it.
I wish I had another amiibo. A new challenger approaches. Pikachu.
If you see every decision Nintendo made at the time, it's not surprising to see the Wii U was one of the worst selling Nintendo systems ever made, selling only 13 million units worldwide. The GameCube was considered to be a total flop, and it only sold 22 million units. So the Wii U was poorly named, marketed, and became one of Nintendo's biggest flops. But a console flopping doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad. In fact, it's quickly becoming one of my favorite consoles of all time. It's got tons of great games, the Virtual Console, and that's about it. It had Netflix, but that was recently shut down, and there's a YouTube app as well, but it kinda sucks. The gamepad is a touchscreen, but you have to use the buttons to control it. Come on, it even shows that I'm touching the icons, like I thought the whole point of having the touch was to, touch it. So the Wii U isn't the best at media consumption. Besides YouTube and Crunchyroll, there's nothing else at all. I think it's only a matter of time before they're gone, so if you get a Wii U, you better like games. The Wii U has some of Nintendo's best games ever, and if you don't believe me, Nintendo sure does. Yes, the biggest negative of having a Wii U today. All the good games were ported to the Switch. Now that's not to say there's no reason to pick them up on Wii U, the prices for one. If you want games like Mario Kart 8 or Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, they're at least a third cheaper than the Switch versions. There's still some great exclusives that haven't been ported yet, like Xenoblade Chronicles X, Star Fox Zero, Nintendo Land, Game & Wario, and probably the only reason most people would consider getting a Wii U. The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD and The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD. These two games are great remakes of GameCube classics that every Zelda fan should play. It doesn't help that Twilight Princess HD is getting the Pokemon treatment and having a ridiculous price boost, so get Wind Waker HD while it's still around $40. Now I'd like to talk about some of the Wii U games I have, starting with the most popular game on the system, Mario Kart 8. If the Wii U had a system seller, this would be it. The game improves on virtually every Mario Kart before it using elements from Mario Kart 7, Double Dash, and more. The visuals are stunning compared to previous games and the soundtrack is fantastic. It was all recorded live by the Mario Kart band, put together by Ryo Nagamatsu. Something about it just feels so much better than previous Mario Kart soundtracks. This game is also on Switch, however, released as Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It features pretty much everything unlocked, with all the DLC racers too. Both versions are worth picking up and playing. Pikmin 3 is the Wii U's return to the Pikmin franchise, and while I can't say I'm that into it, what I played was certainly good. The management aspect of it is fun, and it's cool to see the world shrunken down like that. Yet again, this game is also on Switch, though it seems many prefer the Wii U version. For the Sonic fans out there, we have Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed and Sonic Boom. Sonic All-Stars is your typical racing arcade game featuring many Sega characters from Sonic to Wreck-It Ralph? Okay. The game has your vehicle transforming as the track changes each lap, from a car to a boat to a plane, and it is not a bad game. Sonic Boom, on the other hand, is definitely a bad game. I might do a video on just this game in the future, but for now my problem is that it feels like the developers weren't given enough time to make it good, at all. All the cutscenes are choppy, with character models popping in and out of existence, and the story is pretty run-of-the-mill 3D Sonic game. It's not the worst game out there, or even the worst Sonic game either, but it could have been so much more, especially for being a Wii U exclusive. For Minecraft players, there's definitely Minecraft. This is pretty much just Minecraft. Have you played Minecraft? Then you played Minecraft for Wii U. My capture is a little bit laggy, but it's just as smooth as any of the other Minecraft console ports. Except for the 3DS version, what the hell? Next up is Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. This was a great next step for the Donkey Kong franchise back when it released, but now, dear god, anything but a Donkey Kong Country game. In all seriousness, this is a great game, and it's pretty difficult too. Again, they re-released this on the Switch, so keep that in mind. Zombie U was Ubisoft's attempt at a horror game on the system, and it's actually pretty good at it. Just having to use the gamepad to manage your items means you have to look away from the screen, not knowing whether a zombie is about to kill you. I'm not really into horror games, but this one is pretty unique and worth a play. There were a few third-party ports of major games like Assassin's Creed 3 and 4, Batman Arkham City and Origins, The Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, and a few Call of Duty games. Now that's not all of them, and third-party Wii U games could have their own video as well. But looking back, they're pretty interesting. Like the compromises they made to make the game run on the system, or whatever they implemented to have some gimmick on the gamepad. Of course, there are games meant more for kids, like the LEGO series or the Just Dance games. And now I haven't even mentioned some of the best games, like pretty much any of the Mario, Yoshi, or Kirby games. I don't think you'll find a bad one in the lot, but now I'd like to talk about one of my favorite games on the system, and possibly my favorite game of all time, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild started development as a Wii U game, and the gameplay shown was extremely promising. It took so long to develop, however, that it made sense for Nintendo to release it on the Wii U and Switch, much how like Twilight Princess was for the GameCube and the Wii. Obviously, the Switch version is better since it's running on better hardware, but that doesn't make the Wii U version bad either. Just the fact that it's on the system and running automatically makes it my favorite Wii U game. So the Wii U was plagued its whole lifespan by poor marketing, poor sales, and what could have been the decline of Nintendo as a whole. Luckily it wasn't, as the Switch is on track to be one of Nintendo's most successful systems ever. Will they learn from the mistakes of the Wii U with the eventual successor to the Switch? I wouldn't count on it. So who is the Wii U for today? Well, the black Wii U that comes with games is already cheaper than a Switch, and it's certainly cheaper to buy the Wii U version of games instead of the Switch versions. The Virtual Console is, as of now, more robust than the Switch's offerings as well. The online services are also still active, with Mario Kart 8 and Splatoon still having an active player base. The Wii U may have been a failure to many, but there will always be a spot for it on my TV stand.